All right, I only have 20 minutes for the next meeting, but I'm kind of committed to this, just like record the whole process thing. So let's go ahead and do it. Gotta get this fucking thing out. Jesus. Okay, so we have. Where are we? Oh, git pull. So basically, I have this just notes repo folder that I'm running through VS Code on multiple computers in my life, and I just keep them updated. So now I just wherever I am, it's here, and it's like every stitch of the history, every change that's ever been made. This is Git. This is what Git gives you. I used to have it on a timer, but that actually started making problems because there was like conflicts, and it is the Oh, and I think this was a mistake. Is this a mistake? I think I. What are you, Bubble? What's your deal? Oh, what's that? Wild. Okay. I don't have much time, so we have to get something functional must be done. So this is the capstone project definition, which is getting somewhere. See, when I change something, it turns green, meaning that there's a change in the file that is not reflected in like the remote version, which is on the version on GitHub. This is a local version, local to my computer. I have another computer that has a different local stuff because it's a different place. And then the remote is like GitHub, like elsewhere, like the mothership. And I just changed something so all these numbers, it's like they're showing me that there's differences, and then there's differences show up here that sort of like, like say fix typo, and then did it automatically do that? Is this one set up to do the auto sync? I don't know. Focus, my dude. You have a task. Screen. Yeah. Oof, Jesus fuck. Get out of here. What are we doing? Control Shift P. Okay, so we have this. We need to add more details to it, but we'll do that later. I think I am going to. We don't need the 12 pages. It'll just be 1 to 6, so like 7-ish pages each. But then, like, how are you going to value? Like definition of done, I think, is the relevant term here. And I guess if making a tree, it'll be defined some sort of like network theory, like this many nodes and this much depth and whatever. Citation count would be a number that we track. And yeah, and then for the grantee ones, we'll just follow grantee guidelines. Or at least for the formatting. Okay, and so I moved this capstone impact, and we have capstone project. Oh, that's where we were. Oh, this is redundant. How did that happen? Okay, bye. Fans of the show will remember that I made that yesterday and then changed the name. So now does the link still work is one question we might ask. Yeah, it does. So that's nice of it. It updated, like I moved the file and changed the name, and this updated to match it, which is, again, like an IDE thing, because it's like IDE, Integrated Developer Environment, for example, VS Code, meaning it has a text editor, like a directory tree, it's got a terminal, it's got a debugger, Integrated Developer Environment. Mostly for software, but if you think about it, all that software is just creating a bunch of text documents that are very specifically constructed. Okay, I need to get this fucking assignment assigned to you, dear student. And I need to make some kind of a one video describing it. So what I will do, I think I want to do it in pieces. That's one thing. It's like this is too big for one assignment, and I want to like more incremental progress. So let us start by what? Nope, two square brackets. I don't love this color theme, if I'm being perfectly honest, but doing something. And if I click it, so this is like a link, and it's like, oh, but that file doesn't exist. So if I click it, this is the foam extension that's giving me this, which acts like Obsidian, which I haven't described yet, but it will theoretically. VS Code, Obsidian, HackMD is another one I realize is like that's probably the easiest entry point. Oh, and after, so that information's in my clipboard. It's okay because I have Control or Windows V, which gives me this like history thing there. Windows does that better than anyone. I can't find an equivalent on Mac or Linux. I'm sure it exists. Okay, so I create note. Why is it 2? Are these different? Okay. And then I can say Control V. Give me that. That's why we like Markdown, because it keeps the formatting, because it's very simple. Control Shift P. Show white space. Render white space. See? You probably can't. I don't know if you can see that in your. Whoa. See? Like that's all it is. The dots are spaces. The new lines are not represented. That's fine. Control B. Ugh. It's whatever. Okay. I need more instructions on this, or at the very least, I mean, I could write a freaking novel about this. I could ask the machine to write a freaking novel about this, and I might do that, but I think more specifically, if I just showed a video of me doing it, that would help. However, I think that this 3x3 thing is too big for one assignment, especially since it's like, this is like we are now defining this as part of like the main output of the who's it of the class. Like this is like the interim project from whence ye shall build your grand artifact of your knowledge. Yeah. I sound facetious, but really I'm just in a hurry. So I need to make the Canvas assignment, which I want to show this on video because I realized when I was thinking about this, that like y'all may have never actually seen what that looks like what it looks like, what the professor side of Canvas looks like. Because I'm trying to imagine, like it just seems unlikely that anyone else's workflow would have shown that to you. I mean, what do I know? Rule number 1, you're not special. Like you're special, but like so is the world. Everybody. Syndrome. Anyways, focus. We are looking. Oh, we're going to look at the schedule, which lives in the README, which is the is like the equivalent of the. We're using it as a syllabus. It says it right there. Which might be confusing to you, and if it is, I apologize. Refactor, format document, source action, show references. Anyways, if you go to the GitHub repo, which is linked somewhere, focus. Looking here, we're gonna look pretty trees. Okay. We're gonna actually just to render, please. Thank you. Thank you. You can go away. Thank you. You also can go away. Thank you. And what is this? I think it's like open preview to the side, Control KV, Alt, open preview, Control Shift V. That sounds better to me. Let's do that. Thank you. And we drag it, and so you can see how like the little thing goes now to half, and now it's just to half. So So this is the rendered version of the markdown. And this one I can collapse. This one I cannot. Whatever that means. Important links are there. I feels a little silly to do this, but HTTPS course GitHub repo is https://github.com/human movement neuroscience. I don't love the Pascal case in this context. It just looks weird to see that many capitals in a URL. /capstone, which is the repo, the page for this repo. It feels silly to do it because like that's where this is. But I wanted to be able to click something and get here, so now here we are. See, there you go. Okay. Oh right, the dates. We wanted to look at the dates, and that's might be all the time we have. Yeah, bot list there. I should look at this again someday. Right, you can't. This is how you do an internal link. Like this, so this is how you do a link to a URL. This is how you do an internal link. You just do hashtag and then the name of that's like the heading is a heading link. So just that will link down to here. So if I say there's this disclosure, and that just bounces down here to the same part of the page. Okay, and then there was a schedule here. I did do the schedule. Now I'm doing this. And is that where we are? Jeez, we're here. Okay, so we're in this development phase. So we have 2 more weeks in the development phase before we get into the execution phase. That's actually, this is okay. Okay. Build, all right, and we can actually link to this. See, so now that the file already exists, we get this. If I was doing, oh, it still cuts off. Okay. Oh, hey, buddy. You have to type it for it to notice it. And then, will this let me make it bigger? Nice. Thanks, VS Code. Good job. Bilgetry assignment. No need to shout. Part 1 do. So it's gonna be like a 2-parter, you see. How am I going to chop it up is kind of the question, because basically I want to make sure that you are, because even though the deadlines are fake, like there's no due date policy. There's no, I shouldn't tell you this because I know how the psychology of an undergraduate, like I understand, I have a memory of understanding and a recent sort of like view upon that sort of confirmed, deadlines are very motivating. I understand that. And like in a world where you're just being slammed full of like overlapping responsibilities with no clear priority structure, those like hard points in the schedule, those little scaries, like that's a very important motivational factor. And I understand that. So even though, do I even say it in here? You know what? Let's live in the fantasy. Let's pretend I give a shit about the due date. Oh, I'm so mad. Grr. If you try to turn it in after that deadline, it might go through, but I'll subtract points. Probably. Your evaluation, the score, your grade will go down. Yeah. I'll take a percentage of the total grade off and I'll round up. That's what I'll do. Yeah. I'll take 25% off of the total grade and then I'll round. I'll take 25% off of the total points for the assignment, but I will round up at the end. That's fucking funny. Okay. 5 minutes to go. So part 1, part 2. If it's an assignment, mostly the work that it is doing is adding specificity, and so the assignments should be specific. Great. And I also do want to what the shit just happened there? Did that break? Did I break you? Why? What even? Did I do something wrong? Confused. What are you doing, man? Why are you being like that? Also, why do you look like this? Oh, it definitely doesn't like it. Assignment. Just telling you, man. These are rules. All right. What? My dude. Did you? Oh. I think. Oh, that's wiki style links. This is slightly different. Sure. The double square brackets is different from the single square brackets. There's some implicity to it, perhaps, but I can always just define it straight up, and right? Okay, so we got that, and then we say assign. You gotta yell about it. None of y'all looking at this part anyways. Part 2 do. Okay, whatever. HTTPS. So that doesn't, see, so it's not working. I'm just putting a fake link in there just so I can check the formatting. That sounds right. And then, but I want, why isn't the thing popping up? Assignment. Okay, I give up. Oh, because I have spaces in it. Like see? This is why you don't put spaces in shit. It's because these %20s or what gets fixed there. Okay. Start a single markdown. See, I know I need to, yeah. Wait, where's the actual guy? There it is. Do I have time? I don't. Use VS Code or what is this? Why don't do that. Don't try to help me like that. Unnecessary. Or Obsidian or HackMD. Or some docx nonsense, but you have to convert it to raw text /markdown on your own. Don't give me your binary bullshit in here. Thank you very much. Part 1. So it's like, what I want to do, right? Am I like, give me only the top level ones, or like give me everything but not the citations, or give me like, one of the routes but not all of them? I don't really know, but I think what I'm going to do is like, just like turn in a portion of your tree on whatever Friday is. This shouldn't take you long. Classic. This shouldn't take you long. Part 2, turn in the rest of it on the next week, March 1st. 03-01. Friday. I'll say before Monday. No. Get it done on Friday. Have a weekend. Like it's like for real though. Like this is one of those things that like the bot can just do this for you. But that would be lame. So don't let it. But you can ask it to do it for you like 25 times and then pick the one that you like, or have it do it once, pick the parts you like, and then do it from there. It shouldn't take you long, but it is a big decision. And hopefully you have been sort of percolating in your own interest for long enough that you'll be able to recognize like the one that you want versus the one that you don't. I don't know. We'll see. I'll put a video where I'll talk about this. I have to go to my meeting now. Friday, Feb 23rd. Turning the rest of it on Friday, March 1st. And the only rule is you can't turn in the same document twice. If you get the whole thing done, great. And if you don't, if you get it all done by Friday, then just like revise it. If you don't get it all done by Friday, then get it all done by the next Friday. That sounds right to me, I think. Turning it in is going to be a little thing. We'll do it in the Discord just so it's like apparent. But we'll also do the Canvas thing because that's sort of part of the vibe. I'm also going to show you some of the stuff from the previous classes because it is dope. Quick preview of that. And then I'll go to my meeting. Look at that. This is the data that was extracted from like one of my previous classes. This is like the topics. It's sloppy. Like all this is all slop, which I'm trying to get rid of. But this is the kind of thing we're trying to build. Like these connected notes on stuff. And like this is all extracted from bot conversations, and it's just like, and then linked together. This is Obsidian. Obsidian MD, free software. Not open source, but free, but not open source. Free as in it doesn't cost anything. Not free as in you can do whatever you want with it. Okay, I bang out the rest of this later today. I have the meeting now. I'm just going to yeet this online.